friends, this is Leslie from Mermaid Cove Studio, and I am on today for a CraftspirAtion collaboration with my bestie, Denise Abate-Smith. For today, what I decided to do was try something new. Now, I pulled down my container that had my 6x8s and 6x6, and I've been trying to use up that paper, or at least put it back with the collection it belongs with. So at one time I bought a whole bunch when Joann's was open, way before that. But I bought a whole bunch of Maggie Holmes paper. And I bought a bunch of Maggie Holmes paper because I was participating in some swaps that's what the swap was. It was required to use Maggie Holmes paper. Now I didn't know who or what, but I found, and I purchased because I knew that I was going to participate in a bunch of swaps, and people love Maggie Holmes. I just have all this paper I need to use, and I pulled it down, and here we go. I also wanted to learn a new technique. Now, sometimes I'll see things come up on YouTube. It's like a little flick of something, like someone does a quick little short of a really cool thing. And I'm like, ooh, I want to do that. And sometimes there's a tutorial, sometimes there's not. There just happened to be a tutorial for what I did, but not in the size I did it. Now, whether it works for anything, I don't know, but it was fun to do. I learned a new technique, and I think it'll be something cool to add to different things that I'm doing. Now, I've got Maggie Holmes Carousel is what I pulled out, and I have Paige Evans. And I bought this at the same time as this. I really enjoyed the Paige Evans paper. So colorful and floral, just very bright. But we'll start with the Carousel one because this was my tester. This is the one that I tested on. It was cute. It had some cute stuff in it. So this is a sliding picture album. Now, what can I do with this when you do this? And I know everybody's like, oh, we've already done stuff like that. You're right. You probably have. I hadn't. I just saw a picture, a small short video of it recently. And I went, oh my gosh, that is so cute. I loved how it did its thing. But then I needed to know, because in my head, I feel like I might be an architect, and I needed to build this. So that's what we did. I loved how it worked out and how that slides. Is it the best? I think I'm missing a page. No, okay, I got that. But it's very cool. It genuinely was so simple to do, and I'm fascinated with it. Now, this one I didn't decorate because I do not have anything to put in it. But what I do have, let me see. I mean, I think I've got my little fussy cuts that I was working on today. I think those could go on there, or you can do your pictures of, I don't know what size you can do. I'm looking for my little, oh, here it is. My little sample of a 2x3. You could do a 2x3 on here. You could do this. I think the only question I would have is whether things are going to be able to lift or not. But I enjoyed the process. I enjoyed that you could make the cover for it like this. So this is 6x8, and I tried to use all, even though this is the design goes this way, I think it still worked this way, and I just went with it because it was just a sample. And then I did the one with Paige Evans. Now, her paper is a little bit thinner. It is one-sided paper, so it really worked for the project because of how you are. Okay, I'm going to bend this back up out of the way. And you can see I did a little bit of decorating on this one. I think the other one it slides better. I got this one too tight. But it's okay because I'm still, like, we'll probably see at least one or two more of this style from me because I have to perfect it before I can move on, you know? I like the size of it. The original one, I'm going to say, was probably, it was in centimeters, so let me translate that one. It was 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 was the original size of it. So just about, yeah, almost a 3 by 3 was the size of it. So about half the size. And I wanted mini album size. And you can see here that I actually went ahead and put some cutouts. Again, I didn't have any ephemera for this. There was just a page of cutouts. So I've got a tuck spot here. There are no tuck spots here, but again, you can, even for the slider pages that, you know, this is a full one, but this one here, you're kind of cut off by how the technique is. That little piece of paper right there is 3/8 of an inch to make the slider work. So here, I've got a little pocket right here. Just trying to use up a little bit of what I cut out. Another tuck spot right here. So everything is going to have to be able to, here, and another little pocket right there. Now, that, you can tell I stuck that in too soon. Does it slide back as easy? I think you have to really decide. In the sample that I saw were pictures. There was no ephemera or anything like that. So this one was a little bit harder to push back into place. I may not even be able to get that. And I think it's because I did it too tight. I was trying too hard to make it better. That's what I do. Not trying to rebuild, you know, not trying to build the wheel again. But this one here, I think I'm having problems with. Anyway, it's a process and it's a learning process. So I'll get back to it and get it closed up later. But you can put, you know, they showed it with pictures. I really like the paper. You'll probably see at least one more of these from me or two. Just so that I've got like a really smooth, I'm going to leave that one open because I can't get it closed. But this one here moved a lot easier. But my little spots up here were not as tight. And I thought I wanted them to be a little bit tighter so it didn't look as loosey-goosey as this does. But apparently this is what you want. So, because that one I can't close. I'm going to fuss with too much. But today was about using my 6x8, using stuff out of my stash, and trying a new technique. And most definitely, I enjoyed the process of figuring it out and following the tutorial. And of course, you know, taking centimeters and working with that is not that hard. So, ooh, I think I got it. We won't pull it back out again because I can see that this one here is going to need some help. Yeah, this one here, a work in progress, and I know it's because I did it too tight, and it's okay because I'll make another one until I get it right. Whether you guys get to see them or not. Maybe out of a pretty fancy paper, I'll do one. I'll brave it. So, all right. So, if you have not been over to Denise's channel yet today, please run over there and check out what Denise is doing for our collaboration. Mine was all about using what I have, and I tried a new technique. Don't forget, on Sunday, we have our Christmas in July collab. It's not a hop, but we do have some special friends joining us along the way and teaching us some new things. So don't forget to show up for that if you can. If you want to join us, let us know. If you're inspired by what we're doing, most definitely Hashtag Scrappy Happy so we can see it. I'd love to see what everybody else is doing. All right, my friends, run over to Denise's. I will have her links down below. Run over and check out what she's doing for today. Like, share, comment, and kindness only, friends. And we will see you again soon. All right. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Bye.